outdoor safari guide to venture into the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. A couple of safety reminders to go over before we enter the reserve. So after the safety of yourself and the comfort of those around you, please remain seated at all times, keeping all arms, hands, feet, and legs, everything that's on your person inside of the vehicle. If you all take a quick look above you, you're going to see the animal spotting guide. That guide's going to help you to identify some of the animals that we might come across here this spooky day. We're going to start things off by going through the Little Aturi Forest. The animals that live here like to use their camouflage in the dense vegetation of the forest so that way they can hide from any predators. So we're going to play a little game of hide and seek. Let's see how well we can do. Over on the right, that's going to be an okapi. The okapi is the only living relative of the giraffe, and we're able to tell because of their skull structure, and they have a long, prehensile tongue, just like a giraffe has. Over on our left, there's a beautiful black and white feathered bird. There's two of them. They're called saddle-billed storks. They can reach heights of about 3 to 4 feet tall. They have a wingspan of about 9 feet. They do not vocalize, but they communicate with one another by rattling their bills. A couple of bongos up ahead. Beautiful red-orange coated antelope. They're nicknamed the ghosts of the forest because they are rarely seen. If you take a look at the bongo's horns, you'll notice that they are pretty heavy. They tilt backwards, helps them to get through the dense underbush with better ease. Bongos are the largest forest antelope, each one weighs about 350 pounds once they're fully grown. We're going to be passing by this watering hole on our left. Favorite gathering spot for lots of different animals. Those look like a couple of the trees have been bulldozed. Let's take a look up ahead on our left. There's going to be a black rhinoceros. There are currently less than 5,000 black rhinos up in the wild, and they are unfortunately poached for their horn. Lots of different cultures believe that their horns have medicinal purposes, but it's actually made out of keratin, just like our hair and our fingernails. We can tell that a black rhino is a black rhino. They have a pointed upper lip, helps them to browse around here in the forest. Black rhinos typically weigh about 3,000 pounds, but they can charge up to up to 35 miles an hour. Over on our right, a couple of greater kudu. Most similarly looking like the North American deer, we're able to tell that these greater kudu are females as they do not have any horns, only the males do. And those horns can reach about 6 feet in length. The greater kudu can also leap about 8 feet high. That's how they outmaneuver any predators. If you'd like a better reference of how long the greater kudu's horns get, there's the male greater kudu on your animal spotting guide. Rain's starting to pick up a little bit, but we'll make our way out of the forest and head over to the Stocky River next. Animals in the Stocky River thrive in aquatic environments, so if you all take another look at that aquatic guide, you may want to be mindful of which animals on there are typically found in or around some water. Spooky. Some water coming up on our right. Take a look, there's a pair of Nile hippopotamus hanging out. Hopefully we can find some more hippos up ahead. They're kind of tougher to see. Hippos can hold their breath underwater for about 6 to 8 minutes. They do not usually swim. They're not the best swimmers. We'll usually just find them walking towards the bottom of the water. We'll typically find them on the side of the water during the day, so that way they do not overheat from the sunlight. And at night, typically, they come out to eat.
It's really raining out here.
Look on top of the small island. Those are going to be pink-backed pelicans. They get their pink coloration from mating season. They are colonial nesters, which means that they can nest up with about 20 to 500 other pelicans. They have a wingspan of about 7 to 9 feet. They are one of 8 different living species of pelicans. Going to see another hippo over on our left. Just go hanging out outside of the water. Just have to kind of look behind the tree. Hippo can outrun a human on land, so do not be mistaken for their large size. They're pretty agile. Coming up on our left, we will be crossing over some fearsome Nile crocodile. Crocodiles have an extremely powerful bite, capable of crushing the bones of their prey. And that powerful bite also enables them to consume prey, much larger than themselves, such as zebra and wildebeest. Their jaws are gentle enough so they can move around their baby eggs, which they find their mother carrying their eggs in her mouth. Now, crocodiles are ectothermic, which means that they take only one full meal each week, but they have been known to go months without eating due to the scarcity of food. We're going to go ahead and make our way way out of the Tammy River, we'll be heading over to the savannah next, the longest part of our journey. The savannah is home to some animals you all may be a little bit more familiar with, such as lions, zebras, giraffes, and of course, elephants. Here it is, everyone. The savannah. So it's a highway for animals. This will be it. There are many different types of animals migrating through here each and every year. As beautiful as the savannah is, it is also extremely fragile. Once these things altered or removed, could have detrimental effects on the animals that live here. So if we're first going to encounter a Hartman's mountain zebra out in the distance on our right, a group of zebras is called a dazzle. Common question about the zebras is if they're black or white animals. We're able to tell that they are black due to the color of their muzzle, so they're black animals with white stripes. But then you look, that zebra will stay put over there. There's actually a couple of them. Swing around, get a little bit closer so we can get some better photo opportunities. Looks like there's a herd of white-bearded wildebeest up ahead on our left-hand side as well. We'll get closer to them. The den over on our left-hand side. Some prints in the dirt as well. Oh, if we take a look, we get us in a better spot here. Right in front of the den, that's going to be a spotted hyena. Hyenas live in a female-dominant hierarchy, with the lowest ranking female outranking the highest ranking male. Common misconception about the hyena is that they're scavengers, but they hunt the majority of the food that they eat. Get a closer view of the wildebeest as well. Wildebeest are the second largely dense pack mammal in the world, second only to us humans, of course. When they migrate, they cluster in groups of about 1.5 billion and travel 500 to 1,000 miles. It's the largest migration of any animal on the planet, and it can be viewed from space. It is called the Great Migration. Here's the other subspecies of zebra. Helps them to get on the mountain terrain out in the wild. As we are relatively closer to them, you all may notice that they have some extra flappy skin dangling off of their neck. That's called a dewlap. They are the only subspecies of zebra that have that, and it's used to help regulate their body temperature. These zebras are more closely related to what those actually not going to be specks at all. Those are speck stains. Like it's pretty hot over here in the savannah. Take a look over here on the left. There's supposed to be a tower of the sign giraffe. That's what a group of giraffes are called. And it makes sense that we call it a tower, as giraffes are the tallest land animal, reaching heights of 18 to 20 feet. Their long legs allow them to cruise at about a 10-mile-an-hour rate, or they can run anywhere between 30 to 35 miles an hour. Like myself, giraffes spend the majority of their day eating. They have created a unique adaptation. Their tongues are purple, helps prevent it from getting burnt in the sunlight. Alright, we've seen all of the different animals over here on this side of the savannah, so we'll make our way towards the other side, and hopefully our look will continue in finding some more exciting animals. Also, open space on the right, and take a look, there's an African elephant on the right. We're able to tell that is an African elephant due to the shape of the ears. Their ears are sort of shaped like the continent of Africa. Elephants are, oh, there's two of them. Elephants are highly social creatures, with the adult female spending the majority of time with her young. The adult male typically lives by himself or in a loose all-male group, something similar to a bachelor party. Let's see if we can get a better photo opportunity of this elephant coming up on our right. Get a great view of the elephant's prehensile trunk in action. As you can see, their trunk basically acts as a really long hand for them. Get them all the food, water, or anything else that they really want. When the elephants are feeling a little overheated, we'll usually find them flapping around their ears a bit. They do like to cool themselves down, and they can reduce their body temperature by about 15 degrees. Doesn't seem to be a problem here at the moment. Unfortunately, the homes of the elephants are being destroyed due to the mining of a mineral called coltan. But we can help the elephants out as we recycle any of our old electronic devices, such as cell phones, tablets, and laptops, as the items already contain that mineral coltan. We're now getting ready to pass by some red clay over into this next area. Red clay is a big effect for the elephants, as it has very valuable nutrients for them. It's sort of like their home. Looks like some elephants were arriving earlier. If we look on the right, those look an awful lot like muskrats. And on the left, I'm very confident that these are Our local conservation team here at the Harambe Wildlife Reserve found out the elephants are scared of the sound of bees. So we teamed up with our local farmers in Kenya, Pascal Challenge, and they started to plant beehives from the best of their crops. Hope to be a ring elephant does not have to resolve the conflict of any kind. Elephants are just trying to find new homes if they're being destroyed. It's increasing the amount of space that a human and elephant can share, which is not great. So how large elephants are, they're very large animals. Definitely need a lot of space so that way they can roam around. There's at least one more elephant over on our left. Elephants do live in a matriarch society, meaning that the dominant female is in charge of the herd. Trying to get us in the best spot possible. I'm going to move up a little bit. You might have to turn your head around just to get a more clear, concise photograph. Throughout the day, we'll usually find the elephants eating grass, hay, roots, and even tree bark, and they can consume about 300 to 500 pounds worth of food each and every day, which seems adequate, as the largest adult male that I've seen on this reserve weighs about 12,000 pounds. And we're looking at them. Over on our left, we'll be greeted by a flamboyance, which is a group of greater flamingo. And the flamingos get their coloration from their diet, consuming large amounts of brine shrimp, and beta carotene. Common question about them is whether they stand on one leg, and that's so they can regulate their body temperature a little bit better, as they do not really sweat. If you all take a close look on top of the small island, you'll see that there are, looks like they might have the gap here. There's a more where the you are. It looks like they are hanging out over there. It's a little harder for me to see from behind my flap. There's 3 younger flamingos. They have some grayish feathers. They gotta eat some more shrimp so that way they can have a safe color. Now the Bossabok are related to the one of these that we saw earlier today. Unfortunately, the Bossabok are extinct out in the wild. You can only find them on reserves such as this one, as they are poached for their rare chestnut purpley colored coat. That Bossabok is actually the oldest living Bossabok. Cheetahs are the fastest land animal, reaching speeds of 60 to 70 miles an hour. And cheetahs look for speed, not power, so they hunt during the day, and they're outmatched by other big packs such as lions and leopards. The tear marks so the seen in cheetahs take help to reflect the glare of the sunlight when they hunt, and their big tails sort of act like a rudder on a boat, helps to keep balance whenever they move. If they're not over, or they lack power, definitely make up for their speed. Cheetahs reach 60 miles an hour, and just about 3 seconds. You're going to be classified as Kogi, which is a large formation of stone and rock. But any of you are familiar with the line species, you may want to be mindful of which animals are typically found on top of the Kogi. Not really seeing one on this side, so we'll try to make our way towards the other side. If anyone's over on our right, that's a look like it. Pop the big legs and go to this side of the book. Why does it doesn't look like anyone's here? It's done. It's raining. We're coming up on our right. When we take a look, there's going to be a couple of ostrich eggs. These are going to be the world's largest and strongest of all bird eggs. And don't even know if any one of these eggs is ever average. One of those ostrich eggs is equivalent to about 2 dozen chicken eggs. So they want to pay that there and use the towels. Some of the physicality as well, so that way they can become stronger. These goats have excellent balance. We'll usually find them doing some parkour around here. As you can see, there's a few small ladders we'll use throughout the day if they want to get some more exercise. It's important for us to remember that as humans and animals can coexist